They say childbirth is the moment a woman feels the safest. Surrounded by doctors, nurses, security, a hospital. The one place where nothing bad is supposed to happen. But just hours after I gave birth, when my body was still weak, when my baby was barely breathing his first breaths of life, someone walked into my maternity ward and tried to steal my child. She was on nurse's uniform. And guess who she was?
This is my story. Just hours after I gave birth, when my body was still weak, when my baby was barely breathing his first breaths of life, someone came and tried to steal my child. And the most terrifying part, she was wearing a nurse's uniform.
I had just given birth. My body was weak, but beside me was my baby, sleeping peacefully.
I had delivered my baby just a few hours earlier. The pain was still fresh. My body felt like it had been torn apart and stitched back together. My head was heavy. My eyes burned from exhaustion. But none of that mattered, because beside me was my newborn baby. I finally closed my eyes. That was when I heard the door creaking open. I assumed it was a nurse, but something about the sound felt careful. Deliberate, slow footsteps followed. Was trying to catch some sleep to when this nurse walked in. The first thing that aroused my suspicion about her was the way she was moving. Like she doesn't want to be noticed. Definitely, she thought I was sleeping. And again, the 3 nurses that attended to me were slender. I was wondering who she was as I watched her walk towards my baby's cot, bent over, and she quietly lifted my baby. Next, she turned and started creeping back to the exit. That was when I snapped my eyes open and sprang up. Although she tried to hide my baby, I saw the way her body trembled when she noticed I was awake. I screamed, "Where are you taking my baby to?" She then smiled and nervously responded, "We need to take her weight. I mean his weight." She sluttered. Immediately, I was convinced something was off, because I could remember vividly when one of the other nurses had taken my baby to a section of the ward where her weight was taken. "Give me my baby," I demanded, struggling to get down from the bed. She hesitantly walked over, dropped the baby in my arms, and hurried out without another word. But unfortunately for her, she bumped into my sister in the doorway, causing my sister's food to spill. "Hold that nurse. She is a thief," I screamed. My sister didn't wait for any explanation. She grabbed the nurse on the waist. I continued screaming and calling out for help as the 2 struggled. Soon after, the rest of the staffs and security arrived, and my sister handed over the fake nurse to the security. Someone pulled off her nose mask. And that's when the truth was revealed. She wasn't a nurse. She was someone I never expected. My husband's ex. A woman who had never gotten over him. A woman consumed by jealousy and bitterness. A woman who believed stealing my baby would somehow fix her broken heart. Trust your instincts. Be watchful. And never assume you are completely safe. Because sometimes your ex is your hidden enemy. The danger isn't a stranger. It's someone who already knows your life.